So let's get started. Let's jump right into it. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Tony. Subu, I think you know me. Gina, I think you know me too. We'll be doing an hour-long class, and then I'm going to be sticking around for another hour until about 2 o'clock, hanging out with all of you on Twitch. But let's get this party started, shall we? I feel already warmed up. I did some cardio just before this, so this will be a nice little unwind. Welcome in, Subu. How you feeling? We got thumbs up, medium, down. Ooh, we got a strong thumbs up there. I like that. Excellent. Is Daniel coming to do some yoga as well? Oh no, he's heading out. He looks like he's about to set sail. Later, dude. Have fun. Aye, aye. Or what do you say to a captain? Aye, aye, captain. There we go. All right, so we're going to come to our seated position. As you can see on the side cam, I am elevated in my hips on a block. You can use blankets, whatever you want to use there. We're going to sit up nice and tall, hands on the thighs. Maybe you come into prayer here, and we'll close the eyes so that we can get tapped into our breath. Just start to notice it. Start to notice what it feels like as it goes in through your nose, fills up your torso, your ribs, and your belly. And then we'll let out a slow exhale. Whoops. Keep that breathing going. There we go. As we tie into the breath and slow it down, deepen it, notice its effect on you, on your physical body, on your mind. Notice how it can kind of bring us into the moment a little bit more. And as we go through the practice today and things get more challenging, we want to come back to this type of breathing. I say it all the time, but it's always a nice reminder to hear it. And just appreciate this breathing that we can do. We can take control over it. Feel the calmness. Nice. If you're sitting in your chair just watching along, you can do some of these first few movements here. We'll start with our neck rolls. We'll draw the chin down to the chest. Start to take that head up and around. Hey, what's up, Farm Dog? How you doing? By the way, you were Beastman was asking. Yes, the farm is in San Mateo. Farm Doc, he's the owner. That's Kelly right there. Those dumbbells are coming. Nice, you got some dumbbells on the way. Excellent, Beastman. Did you order some? Just taking that head around nice and slow. Woo. Let's reverse it. Just notice what you feel as you go through these. This is just a nice little reset if you've been at the computer. I'll be doing some computer work after this, if I don't get distracted. I was just saying that to Bros and Blokes before he came in, a fellow trainer. But the programming part of of training is a little bit more challenging. Hey, Aodesi, welcome in. I'm hosting your channel. Have a great... Oh, thank you so much for the host. Appreciate that. And we're just getting started here. Good. Let's come back to center with the head here. And we're moving down to the shoulders, taking them up, back, down, and around. Moving nice and slow. I just, if we got a mod in here, can we get a shout out for Aodesi? We found her, we rated her on Saturday. She's a new yoga streamer. So I told her we would welcome her into the fold. Very cool. Thank you, Gina. Yep, 2 spin lock ones, 60 pounds each for a total of $46. Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that in somebody's channel, Beast Man. You got a sweet deal on some dumbbells, and those are like gold these days, honestly. I've changed directions of the shoulders. here so that you can kind of follow along, match it up. Good. Let's come back to neutral here. Just shake the arms out for a second. We're going to take an inhale. Reach the arms wide, then reach them tall. Feel how the rib cage kind of flares out to the side as you get to the top of your inhale. Exhale. Straight down the center. Let's do that twice more. Notice that the ribs flare open as we inhale and reach. Last one here. Good. I want to do a little more twisting today. So let's inhale. Exhale, twist over to your right. Living for your monsters. Andansoni. Oh, what is that? I don't know the reference. Would you care to explain, Aodesi? Oh, living for your... Oh, sorry, I couldn't read it there. Yes, the Monstera over here. Yeah, we got a Swiss cheese Monstera. That might even be the official name for it, is what you said. Yeah, I was going to compliment you on your plants. Aodesi has a bunch of plants in her background as well. I used to have a big old bird of paradise back there, and it just didn't do so well. It's outside right now, seeing if I can revive it, but we'll see. Let's come back through center. Inhale. Reaching tall. Exhale. Thank you. It's starting to really grow tall. I need to clip some of the tops off and propagate it a little bit and also manage it because it'll just keep going. It's going up to like my ceiling right now. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. I've really put a bunch of new plants in my place through all of this. So we're inhaling, getting a little taller through our seat. Exhaling, just a little bit deeper into that twist. Yeah, that's one of my faves right now. I was loving the bird of paradise. It was right in that back corner. I was so sad to see it not doing well. I may get another one and really try to keep it healthy and happy. It was definitely a watering issue. I'm not sure exactly what, though. Under or over. Inhale, let's unwind, come back to center. Exhale, hands out in front of you. Coming over your knees here. We're going to go into our cat-cow, get a little movement from the spine. So as we inhale, we feel the spine arching. We're looking up, we're sending the tailbone to the sky. On the exhale, round everything down. Round it all down. Inhale, we feel the arch. Exhale. Good. Keep going with that if you'd like. As always, we can introduce a little freestyle cat-cow. So that can go out to the side, left and right. Maybe you go all the way around through the trunk. You'll see in the side cam, I'm kind of barreling the torso here. Awesome. Really just letting the body tell you where it wants to move, where it wants to feel a little space. And maybe that means changing the orientation of your hands, right? I encourage my students to go off on their own little movement tangents in my classes, right? I'm just kind of giving you the framework to move, but if there's something that's calling to you, a movement that it's like a scratch you need to itch, try it out. See what it's like. See what you can learn from your body there. So we stay breathing, we stay moving, and we can just imagine that all of our movements are paired with the pace of our breath. So as we slow our breath down, we're a little bit more meaningful, and we move with intention as well. Let's come back to neutral here. Let's do our hip CARs. We haven't done those in a little while here. So I'm going to start with my left side since you can see it. Big CJ in the house. What's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. I just popped on to see a couple of your VODs the other day. Still got that that inspiration wall in the back of your background of your gym. I like it. All right, so that left knee is going to hover. It's going to drive forward as far as you can. Open it out to the side. They boring. We're going to spin that ankle to the sky. Finish that circle all the way around. Good. And we're going to go reverse that direction. Lee he's redeeming Inflatable Tube Man already. I might have to sneak that in, but right now we're kind of doing quadruped stuff. So as you finish your circle on the way back home, bring that knee up towards the elbow. See if you can get it all the way up there. We're going to do 2 more in that direction. How's that feeling there? Subu, let me see you do one. We're going to go knee up towards the chest. Out wide. You have red shorts on again. Did we twinsies again? We twinsied again. Subu. They boring. Oh, your streams are boring. You're not excited. Hey, you never know what people are looking for. We're going to reverse it. Pretend you're a bear on its hindquarters. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oop, I kind of shorted myself in that one because I was laughing at chat, so I'm going to refocus. Here I am like, be mindful, be in the moment, and I'm like talking with Chad as I'm teaching yoga. It's a little bit of a different beast teaching yoga on Twitch. And we're going to finish that circle all the way up and around. Nice. Let's do that same thing on the other side. I'm going to turn around so that you can see it on that front cam. Pardon the booty cam. All right. Indeed it is. Yeah. No, you do what you do, you know, and people choose to chime in and watch you. I just happen to have kind of a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a entertainment persona. You know, a lot of our family is my sister, my younger brother. That knee comes all the way up and around. We're going to try to touch that elbow. What's up, Shortman Fitness? Big shout out. We got a shout out for Big CJ and Shortman Fitness, both fitness streamers in the house. Welcome in, everyone. We're just kind of getting this party started. This is our second time up, back, and around. We're going to do one more. Hello there, Pumpkin Panda. T-Man is doing great. Knee forward, knee opens. Open the ankle there. Oh, just stress eating. Oh, short man. What's going on? You doing okay? Bringing it up and around. Woo! Good. Let's come into our downward facing dog. I'm going to turn back around so I'm not, TOSing myself. Let's curl the toes under, send the hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Oh no, you have to go in full time. Yeah, we can mourn the loss of our free time at home that we've had. It's getting harder and harder for me as well to do some of these streams and just support other people on Twitch because I'm going back to work a little bit more. Schedule's filling up. Clients are coming back in. So, yeah, it's, things are starting to kind of come back to where they were. So let's notice what we feel here in this downward facing dog. Feel a nice deep breath here. Or all of your breaths being nice and deep. Oh, lockdown 2.0. Yeah, I mean, apparently we haven't had our second wave here yet, so let's take our feet. We're going to walk the feet forward. And just let our head and arms hang in this forward fold. How do things feel here in this forward fold if you're following along? Just notice. For me, I had a pretty hamstring heavy workout on Saturday that I'm still feeling a little bit, so I'm going to soften my knees a little bit to make this a bit more accessible for me today. So if you're sore, you can do that. If you're a little tighter in the backs of the legs, you can invite that soft bend in the knees there. Now we're going to go into a little bit of a twist here. So we're going to take that right hand to the center of the mat. If you can't quite get there, feel free to bring something so that you can close that gap there. Okay, I'm going to use a block just so you can see. Now we're going to bring that left hand to the hip. As that left leg straightens, you'll notice your chest can open to the left side. Option here to keep going. right? You can bring that left hand up towards the sky as well. So a straighter left leg as the right knee deepens. Right knee bend, I should say. Some of you might even want to go for a bind. I turn that palm to face backwards, and I can reach for my opposite hip crease. This is a little bit more advanced. It's not necessary, though, for everyone. The love boat. Feel like we all have our second wave come Christmas time. Yep. It's unfortunately true, I think. So let's feel the twist on the other side. If you had that half bind, we'll come back. If you had that hand up, we'll drop it down. So now, left hand replaces the right hand in the center of the mat. We're going to take our left hand on the hip. As I straighten just my right leg, I can open the chest over to the right side. Option here to reach up tall. You can take it further, turning the palm and bending the elbow there. Okay. Notice what you feel, breathing here. I think I could do reverse prayer. Yeah, reverse prayer is it's kind of a form of a bind. I might show it in one of the poses here, just as an example. Yeah, on a good day, I can do reverse prayer. Good. If you had that half bind, we're going to straighten that arm back up and then bring that hand back to the floor. You can remove the block. We're going to bring the hands to the shins. Take a breath in and lift your body halfway up. What we're looking to do here is to straighten the spine. Exhale, folding forward, grabbing dinner, of course. We use an inhale to come all the way up. Arms reach tall. And exhale. Arms alongside the body. Let's go through a little couple of sun A's here. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Lee, I have not forgotten about your tube, man. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, bend the knees enough to plant the hands. You can hop it back or step back into your plank. Take an in-breath in this plank. Exhale, chaturanga if you know it. Otherwise, drop the knees, then chest and chin come between the hands. On your in-breath, slide things forward and up. So the belly flattens, but the chest is lifting here. Cobra. And exhale. Let's go into that downward facing dog. Let's lift that right leg up into the air. Keep it straight here. See what you can do. I got to scooch my mat forward just a little bit here. We're going to draw some circles with the toe. Imagine there's a marker. I can't even do it because my bed's here. I can't do it as big as I'd like. Imagine there's a marker on the end of your toe, and we're drawing a big circle. Woo! Let's reverse that circle. Lance, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm feeling good. Had a nice chill weekend. I got to see Tenet in the theaters. That was pretty cool. Kind of weird to go to the theater again. But barely anyone was there, so I felt pretty safe. Good. We're going to bend that right knee. Now, a couple of core before we land it. So I'm going to inhale with the bent knee. Exhale, flatten the body. Bring the knee up towards the nose. Try to bring them as close together as you can. Inhale. Come on back. Keep the knee tucked. Exhale. Drive it forward. It was good. I'm going to see it again on Friday with my other friends, and I think I'm going to get a lot more out of it. I think that's how a lot of the Christopher Nolan films are. Inhale. Exhale. Last two. Hey, Schmarbles. Welcome in. This is number 4. We've got one more. And this time, knee up towards the nose, and that kind of preps us to set that foot a little higher, right between the hands. So if you've been in the class and tried to step foot forward and it didn't go very far, maybe that little core prep helped you step that foot a little closer together. Nice. Let's inhale into our high lunge. Back leg stays off the ground. Yeah, it was definitely a bit more mind-bending than Inception, because it's all like time jumping and different linear timelines. It's really interesting. All is good. Thank you, Schmarbles. Good. Uh-oh. We lost Subu there. Let's bring our hands down in prayer. We're going to actively twist over to the right. We're going to hook our left elbow on the outside of the thigh. So we can just rest on the thigh. A little bit more active. Sup. What's up, Beast Man? Getting some new dumbbells for the home gym. That's going to feel nice. So I'm pushing my prayer hands together, as you can see in the side cam, and it gives me a little bit more rotation out of this twist. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. One more breath in. Good. Let's look forward. Now keep this twist going. I'm going to try to set my back foot up to the top of the mat. We're in this revolved chair pose. Okay. Try to keep the knees together. You'll notice one wants to kind of peel away from the other. Stay square. Feel the burn. One more breath. And let it out. Keep the knees bent. Let's come into our chair pose. Inhale. And exhale. Let's come to stand. Whew. All right. Shake that out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take an in-breath. Reach tall. Fold on the exhale. Hey, Fuzzy Wuzzy. Welcome in. I've been meaning to make you mod, by the way. Don't let me forget to do that today. In-breath. Half lift up. Exhale. Bend the knees, plant hands. Ooh, I want some sushi. We're going to step into our plank. Hold for a breath here. So we inhale. Exhale, knees. Then chest and chin. Fuzzy Wuzzy was there for our little guitar sesh last night. Inhale, slide forward. And up. And exhale. Let's press back. Downward facing dog. And while you're there, I'm going to make Nurse Fuzzy Wuzzy a mod. Nice. Biking while watching. Nice. I was incline treadmill walking while I was watching Mum Furious earlier. I realized watching Twitch while on a cardio equipment is a little tough, especially if you're engaged in the chat. I had to go over to Netflix after a certain amount of time. So just like we did on the other side, left leg here this time in the air. I'm pointing the toe, imagining there's a marker on the end of my foot here as I draw a big circle. Hopefully you can draw a bigger one than me because I've got my bookshelf back there. Nah. Dude, Schmarbles, I see your workouts. Reverse the direction. You're putting in work, dude. I've actually been meaning to get a rope kind of like you have so I can do rope rows, little straddle pulls and stuff. I like using the rope as a different grip variation. Oh, nice. Little Dracula. I have not seen that one. All right, so we're going to do our little knee tucks here. We're bending the knee. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, knee comes forward towards your nose. Try to bring it as close as you can. Inhale. Lift it up. Keep the knee bent, though. Exhale. I've never seen what you eat. No. You don't post that, so I don't get to see it. Exhale, 3. Carrie Elwes? I don't know who that is. I'm bad with actors and actresses' names. I think this is number 4. And let this 5th one try to help you bring that knee as far forward as you can. We're aiming to get between the hands, but for most of us, we don't quite get there, and that's fine. We can get about halfway up and use the hand to help us the rest of the way there. Let's come into our high lunge. Nice. Gina's taking child's pose. A nice restful pose. You can take rests anytime you want. That's the nice part. I'm just throwing things out, and you can do more if you want. You can do less. He was Robin Hood, and Men in Tights. And Princess Bride, right? 2 more breaths. As you wish. Yes. Good. Exhale, hands come into prayer. We twist. But Men in Tights was really funny. Dave Chappelle. I am so pissed off. If I was that close to a horse's wiener, I'd be afraid to get pissed on. Schmarbles. Whoa. What is all of this? What is this? Schmarbles, what are you doing, my man? Oh, Subu, you're back. You okay? Your computer froze or something? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there you go. We did this on the other side, Subu, so you can kind of catch up if you need to. We went from this revolved high lunge, and then we're going to shift our way into our revolved chair pose. So I'm going to look down at my feet. I'm going to aim to step my back foot parallel to my front foot and try to even those knees out. You'll notice they want to shear away from one another. Good. 2 breaths. Look at that. Were you guys here for Yogohana? Remember I talked about the leaf blower? Leaf blower out here. I swear, every time I teach. Oh, no problem. I was like, Schmarvel's trolling. We're going to inhale, stand into our chair pose. And then exhale. Let's come to our standing position there. Yeah, it was unlike you, Schmarbles, to be trolling in the chat. All right, so let's go back down into our downward facing dog. I want to do a couple more revolved moves here. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. It's such a good movie. Skynet Arbles. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhale, bend knees to plant hands. You can hop it or step it back. Ooh, Zumba with Kamal. I think I can do random fact while I'm teaching. Cycle through your vinyasa here of your choosing. Actually, since Old Game Lady's here, she's my sister. I'll let her drop a random fact about me from when we grew up together, if she remembers. We did a couple of them on Friday night, so Gina, if you have any you want to throw out there, by all means. So we're going to bring our right leg up into the air. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Feel the abs so that we can step that foot as high up as you can. We're coming into our Warrior One, so drop that back heel down about a 45-degree angle. I'm out of water. Yes, I'm leaking. My forehead is leaking. Let's come into that stance. Woo! That felt good. Thank you for the hydrate. We're in our Warrior One. Oh yeah, the Batman in the back of the head. That's right. I totally had the bat sign shaved in the back of my head. And then for another one, we did like a happy face. Yeah, she did a face. All right. Warrior One. Good. I'll get some more water. Hands on the hips. We're going to spin that back leg up, and we're going to straighten that front leg. Actually, you know what? Let's let's bump that back leg up a little bit further. I want to do a little bit of revolved pyramid. We were doing these last week, so we get another try at them. Schmarbles was even working on this. Let's take our right hand on the back of the tailbone. Good, and you can see I'm kind of pushing into my tailbone there. I don't know if you've got that same orientation, Subu. You have the palm to your back. There you go, okay. Inhale. And exhale, hinge forward. About halfway. And then we're going to twist our body and bring that hand. For most of us, it's going to be at the shin. If you have yoga blocks, you can bring them to the inside or even the outside of that foot. Okay? I told you I wanted to do some more spinning today. Yeah, happy face doesn't cut it. It was a full-on face. My mom shaved it in the back of my head. It was cool. It was a big hit on Wacky Hair Day. Some of you may want to draw that leg up. Excellent. All right. Let's look. If you had your hand up, let's bring it back to the tailbone. Look down at the floor, and we're going to bend into that front knee. Bring that back knee up into a balanced position here. Okay? Arms are out to a T. Inhale. As we exhale, let's active twist to the left. If you want to make this harder, straighten the leg. Ooh, it's like kind of a standing revolved half moon here. 2 breaths. Battered cod with herby sweet potato mash. Yummy. Last breath. Oh, I forgot. I wasn't even looking at the side cam. Let's bend it. Unwind. Woo. And shake it out. Let's do that same sequence on the other side. Breathe in, reach tall. Exhale. I am dripping sweat. That's what happens when I do cardio right before my class. Half lift on the breath in. Exhale, we're bending knees to plant hands. Step into your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, you can take the knees, chest, chin, or if you go forward and down halfway, we got chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Yes, show feet. Just don't get banned. What happens when you eat? Yeah, that type of stream. If I ever go into that type of stream, there will be a paywall. I won't give that away for free. Good. So left leg up into the air. Exhale, knee comes forward to the nose. Remember how that felt to really drive it forward, because that's going to help us step that back foot as high up as possible. We're aiming to get between the feet here. Drop that back heel down. Rip. And come up. I eat too much sometimes. All right. So we got our warrior one here. I had to get some water. I really do need it today. So the nice part of this is pressing down through the back foot. And then from there, you can just micro adjust by deepening the bend in the knee. But if we kind of go soft and let the heel come up, we're not getting as much out of that back leg as we could. Nice. Let's bring the hands down. Hands to the hips. We're going to straighten our front leg. We're going to bump our back leg a little further forward, just so that we can have an easier time squaring the hips up. Because we want them to start square so that we can go even further into our twist here. Left hand goes on the small of the back. Palm presses into the tailbone there. Make an investment. Right arm reaches tall. Exhale, hinge forward. And we're going to rotate in the midair so that we can land that hand where it lands. For most of us, as you can see, you can land on your shin, higher up. Woo! If you need to. Balance may be an issue. If you've got blocks, you can use blocks to bring the floor up, either on the inside or the outside. Now, the outside takes you into a deeper twist. Some of you may even want to go a little bit deeper into this twist here. Whoa, I almost fell. I almost fell the other way. Good. What's that breath feel like? Been a little more gabby today, so I've been focusing so much on the breath. Nice. Not like this. Let's look down to the floor. Okay? We're going to rebend that front leg, and we're going to drive that left knee. Mom Furious, what is up? Sup. How you doing? Welcome in. All right. So we got our knee up tall. Arms are out to a T. We're going to inhale. Exhale. Sailor Daro. I think I do need to put the booty cam on a paywall. Like it fuzzes it out. And then when you pay, then it like, oh, here it is. If you want to make this harder, a straight leg here, actively twisting to our right. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Suba with the straight leg. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Good. Woo. Let's set that down. Shake it out. I want to do some seated poses. We don't always get to do some seated poses. Usually we're doing this stuff until kind of the end of the class. So we're going to wind things down. Let's inhale. Come on up. Reach arms tall. Exhale. Forward fold. Did we get a shout out for Mum Furious Fitness? We did. Thank you, short man. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, bring it to the floor, all the way down onto your belly. Nice. We're going to flip around onto our back. Okay. Whoop. I've literally sweat on my... That's okay. You can struggle. I'm struggling today too. I think I'm hiding it well. So we're going to come down into our happy baby. You'll notice I'm not faced the camera. Paywalls, people. Paywalls. Good. Just feeling that openness from the hips. Good. Now, we're going to rock and roll ourselves up to seated. I'm going to sit forward here. You would riot. We would have some people rioting if I put the booty cam up on a paywall. That's funny. Let's bend the right knee into the chest. We're going to step that right foot over the left thigh. Drop your right hand behind you. Inhale, reach that left arm tall. Exhale. Level 1, we can grab around the shin to help us twist. Level 2, we can hook that elbow. You got it. You got it, Subu. It only works when you do the sound effects. Well, now that I've got my mic back, we get some more sound effects. Doesn't that thumbs up guy look like Will Sasso? Anyone else ever think that? Good. Looking around here, looking around. Excellent. Alrighty, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to imagine our shin is like a delicate little baby. A delicate little baby, and we're going to cradle this delicate little baby. So we're going to take that left arm, and we're looking to cradle the sole of the arch of the foot into the elbow crease there. I'm going to take my right hand and clasp. Okay? I'm trying to pull my My shin up towards my chest, looking to sit up a little bit taller. Nice. And we're going to come back to this, so don't you worry if it feels a little tighter. Yes, my bicep will get dirty. That's right. It's the name of the game. That's why they invented showers. Awesome. Okay, we're going to set this down because, like I said, we're going to come back to this. I just want to do some stuff and then come back to that pose and see if it's any more accessible to you. So with our knee bent, let's interlace the fingers. What? Let's interlace those fingers and lift the sole of the foot up and up, right? So our goal here is to straighten the leg more and more and more, right? And in addition to straightening the leg, I'm looking to lift my chest as well. Okay, some of us will hit a stopping point where we can't straighten anymore. Some of us, can get to that straight leg. I'm feeling sore from some of the kettlebell work that I did on Saturday, so this isn't coming as easily for me today. You can stay here. There is a twisting option with this if you want it. We're going to disengage the fingers and grab on the outer edge of the foot with the left hand. Okay. Inhale, sit a little bit taller. Exhale. Whoop. We're going to twist to the right. Damn it, short man. You historian, you. I would reach back, but my bed is here. There's probably a fetish for that out there. Dirty feet and dirty hands or whatever. Could make a lot of money with that paywall. That's right. Clearly, I'm not taking advantage of my streaming. Woo! Awesome. All right, let's come back to center here. Let's re-find our little shin babies and come back and see if there's any more space there. I always found it interesting that they would allow the men or the dirtiest people in the household were able to take the baths first, and then it went to kind of the wives and the younger women. It's like, maybe you should let them go first. You're just going to dirty up the water. Any difference there? Any more room, maybe? Maybe it's a little bit easier. You feel some more space there, Subu? Maybe you're able to get your shin a little bit higher or a little closer to your chest. Awesome. Cool. So let's set that down, straighten that leg, and we'll do the same thing over on the left side. My shin is baby being very naughty. That's okay. Let's bring that right knee into the chest, left knee. Left foot steps over the right thigh. Left hand behind you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to rotate. So start with grabbing the shin and rotating. If you want to go a little bit further, that elbow hooks on the outside of the knee, and that pressure of the elbow pushing into the thigh allows us a little bit more rotation of the trunk. Shin baby, that's right. That's a thing now. We just made it a thing. You were here to witness history, ladies and germs. Yeah, humanity's part isn't the best. Alrighty. Let's find our way back to center. Let's get our shin babies. We're going to use that right elbow crease in the arch. We're going to clasp that left hand and try to sit up nice and tall. That's true. It's how we grow into being better people, learning from our mistakes. That's absolutely right. Notice how this hip feels compared to the right side. How it felt to the first time you did this. Sitting up tall. Nice. Woo! Woo! Okay. So let's set this down just for a second. With the knee bent, the foot comes closer to us. We're able to interlace our fingers and place that around the arch of the foot, kind of like a stirrup. And then I'm going to sit a little bit taller here. Let the heel drift upwards as I begin to straighten the leg. Okay. As long as you feel a stretch sensation behind the back of the leg, you're good. You don't need to get to completely straight for this to be beneficial for you. That's with most yoga poses. You don't have to look exactly like the teacher or the person next to you to get the benefit from it. I think that's kind of the biggest lesson for beginners in a yoga class. I know that we always want to get the pose right, but for some of us, the right pose, quote unquote, is just modifying it a little bit for our own bodies. I'll be back here in a bit. Nice. Off to work. Have a great rest of the stream. Lee, I will do a tube man for you. I promise. Thank you for coming by, as Old Game Lady said. Good. So we're going to add our little optional twist in here. The right hand grabs on the outside of the left foot. Nice. Subu's already there. Excellent. See if you can sit up a little bit taller before you go deep into your twist. I really can't go any further. Ooh. I'm using my bed here because I can't really get that wind up. It kind of pitches me forward a little bit. Nice. All right, so let's unwind here. Come back to the shin baby. We're going to place it again on the inside of that right elbow crease. Maybe we can sit up a little bit taller. Maybe the shin is a bit closer to our chest. Notice what you feel. This baby is behaving better, yes. Yeah, sometimes you'll notice one hip is behaves a little bit better than the other hip. Behaves. Nice tall seated position here. Oh, no problem. Lurk away. Sorry, you're having some PC trouble. What baby? Your puppy? My shin baby. Excellent. Good. Let's set that shin baby down. Just shake the knees out. I'm going to grab a sip of water. We're going to bring both knees into the chest here. And we're going to widen the feet. Okay. I'm going to open my knees and my toes to point east and west here. And I'll start by grabbing my shins so that we can all sit up a little bit taller. We can actually pull on our shins to drive the hip bone and the belly button forward. Oh, I'm just pretending. I'm just calling it a shin baby because we were cradling the shin like a baby. That's where I came up with shin baby. Good. So now we're going to try to maintain this position. Subu, see if you can pull your chest forward a little bit further. Yep. Keep going a little further if you have it. Now hold that position. We're going to let go of the ankles and see if we can use muscular action internally to keep us here. Excellent. Now we're going to drop over to the right side. So flex the toes so that we can pivot on the heels. Drop the left knee inward. And here we land into this 90-90 shape. Over onto the left side. So if we're a little new to this position, you may notice your body wanting to pitch you over to the right, and you may need to use your right hand to support you here. Over time, as we get a little bit more advanced and gain more range of motion through the hips, we can actually sit up a little more vertically without the assistance of the hand. So wherever you are, hands or no hands, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, we're going to rotate towards the back leg. So if you fell over to your right, it should be a counterclockwise rotation to get us into this really deep position. You can hear it's a little harder for me to talk because, you know, everything's working here. My obliques and my kind of glute medius, you might be feeling it there. Good. And see if you can really pull yourself around. Notice what activates to draw you into a deeper rotation here. And again, if you need your hand, it's just back here. You're still using all of this stuff to rotate you. One more breath in and exhale. Good. Let's square our chest. Now you'll see me in the side cam. I'm going to square my sternum directly over my thigh. Okay. We're going to do some active work before we drop into our pigeon. So if you need to use the fingers, use them sparingly. Eventually we want to get up to hands on the chest. We're going to inhale, get a little bit taller, lift through the chest. Exhale, we're going to hinge forward. Try to keep your spine long. So the deeper I hinge, the further out I'm aiming my sternum before I come back up. Oh, I thought he was just being silly. He actually didn't hear what it was. Breathe it in, come on up. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Some of you might even be feeling some other stuff happening in that back hip. It's in a pretty deeply internally rotated position. I say that because mine just cramped there. We're going to do 2 more. Inhaling, coming up. And exhale. Last one here. Inhale, bring it on up. And then now we can just melt over this hip. Oh, my goodness. That should feel really good. And if you're feeling a little super bendy today and want to kind of explore a little twisting even from this shape, this one gets a little tough. So you can give it a try, but don't feel bad if you can't quite get it. I can't always get it. So I'm going to take my left elbow at least to the line of my right knee, and I'm going to press it down. Now from here, I can tell I'm going to have struggle with this one. I'm going to bring my hands into prayer. I have my bed supporting me here. But you can see I'm in pigeon with kind of this prayer twist. Really tough to talk because my diaphragm's all wrapped up in this. Good. So that definitely takes a little bit more strain. Ooh, Subu's trying it. Nice. That's a tough one, isn't it, Subu? To wind all the way up like that. Very nice. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, again, with no hands or as little of the hands as possible. So we're going to flex the toes, pivot on the heels, and drop over to the other side. I'm going to bring my chat and my water. Okay. So here we are over onto the left side. It might feel different. Hey, Birgit, welcome in. Come on through. How you doing? I've seen, I think you threw me a follow a couple of weeks ago. I've seen you in some of the other channels. Welcome in. We're just kind of winding down by winding up. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Again, if you need to use that backhand here, you absolutely can. Eventually, we're working on no hands sitting up straight. Breathing, get tall. Exhale. This time it's a clockwise rotation towards our back leg. I've got my hands in this kind of pressing action. I like to press palms together to create a little isometric tension. Yeah, winding up to wind down. That's right. We did a lot of rotations today, Birgit. How you doing? I'm fine, thank you. I've already done some yoga classes today. Excellent. Taking or teaching? Because I know I'm assuming you're a yoga teacher. Do you also do some streaming? Yoga streaming? Breathing and teaching. Nice. These are really the only classes I teach anymore these days. These online, but I've got people on Zoom here as well. My sister and one of my other students. But I do them side by side. So notice what happens. What do we feel to pull us a little bit deeper into the rotation? You know, we're creating effort, but we're not forcing. So it's a fine line. There is a difference. Forcing tends to cause us some pain beyond just the discomfort of kind of reaching a limit. Let's unwind here. We're going to square our chest again. I'm going to be facing away from you in that side cam, but we already saw what it was on the other side. I'm going to aim my sternum. I'm going to square it up over my thigh. Use the hands sparingly if you need to, if you're first doing these. Eventually, we want to build up to no hands. The spine stays long here. Breathe in. Exhale. We're going to hinge forward again. We're not just rounding forward. I'm not looking for this. I want to, the lower I go into my hinge, the further out I want to aim my sternum. That helps us to keep that spine long. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale to come up. Right, so we're using the outer hip muscles. We're stretching them out, but we're stretching them under load here so that we can gain active range of motion over time. I think we have about 3 more. In breath. Yeah, it's been warm out here in California for us, that's for sure. A little cooler today here, it feels. Last one, and then we get to totally relax into this. Good. Now we get to go to the juicy stuff. Just allow your body to just drape over your thigh. So Birgit, are you also streaming your classes as well, or are you just kind of getting the lay of the land before you started out? Remind me. I think you said it before, but I can't recall. So here we are. This is kind of like our modified pigeon. This 90-90 allows us to drop the left hip towards the floor, so we don't even have to worry about closing that space. If you want to go into that deeper twist, we'll see if I can do it. I had the bed as support last time, so try your best. It really is a lot of twist out of the trunk. But Subu, you went for it, so we'll try it again. We're going to go for that right elbow. That outer elbow is going to place itself on the outside of the left thigh. I actually have to do a little bit of a... Oh, you did stream. Nice. I'm going to do a little suction of my belly to help me get a little bit deeper into this rotation. It's a little bit more advanced. I don't usually talk about the suction breath, but it can really help in deep folds and deep twists. I'm going to plant my elbow. You can't even really see it. I should turn just so you can see what's going on here. Let me turn this way. Did 4 test streams on Sunday. First was very choppy, and the others went well. Nice. Awesome. Well, I look forward to checking out your streams. Let's see if I can do this one. Now I don't have the bed to help me, so I may actually end up falling over. Saturday or Sunday. Nice. So I'm going to try to bring my... You're not in the Bay Area, are you, Birgit? I know another Birgit that teaches Iyengar yoga. Oh, this is deep. Should be breathing. It's very hard to breathe there because I'm so wound up. So my diaphragm is being constricted. So to take those deep breaths is tricky. But some of you might be able to do that. Excellent. Ooh, Subu, we gotta get you on your way. Do you have to get going right now? All righty. Good to see you as always. Thank you for coming through and coming back after your computer froze. It was nice to see you. We're just going to come out of this and get to laying on our back. I'll see you on Thursday. All righty. Saturday or Sunday, maybe I can check out your class. That would be great. So we're going to finish with our supine twists and our Shavasana. And then we'll do some Oms. So you can stick around for some Om action. Om on the range. Okay. So let's just do if you have a twist that works well for your body, please go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to take it a little bit more mellow today. We're not going to do the eagle eagle leg twist. We're going to draw the knees into the chest and allow the knees and the whole body really to drop over to your left side. From here, then I take my right arm up and over into our spinal twist. Okay? And we're just breathing here. You'll notice at first your breath might feel a little constricted. Feel where you're most bound up in this rotation here, in this winding of the body. And see if you can send your breath there. Okay, so you'll inhale, you'll kind of hit a natural stop point. Use a little bit more force to try to draw a little more air in. And then on your exhale, nice and long, notice the body just kind of melting as you drop a little further into this twist. Big inhale into that tight spot. Long exhale. One more time. Very nice. So we're going to draw the knees into the chest. Let's go over to the other side. It may be helpful for some of you to scooch the hips over to the left side. Knees falling over to the right. Ba-doomp. I like to drop my whole body and then bring that arm up and over. Oh. Breathing. So this side feels a little more open to me. You may notice often one side acts and behaves a little differently than the other. We tend to favor one side for a lot of our activities, so that shows up in our practice. It's not anything to be mad at ourselves about or judgmental about, but we recognize it, and then we know, okay, maybe I just need a little bit more time and attention on this side because it feels so much tighter or less strong or not as connected, right? We can't feel this side of the body as easily. And what I like to say in our twists, find where you're restricted, anywhere along this lateral line, all the way out to the arm. Where do you feel the most tight in this rotation? Send your breath there. Try to bring in a little bit more air. Nice long exhale. Two more just like that. Big breath in. Last one here, breathing it in. Ooh, I made myself yawn there. Oh, excellent. We're going to get ready for our final resting pose. Bring the knees up into the chest. Let the body come back to center. We'll send the legs down the mat. Oh, yes, of course. We like to support fellow fitness and yoga streamers in our little fitness community, so welcome in. It's very nice. And by the way, Old Game Lady is my sister, so she helps support when she can. So we'll be in our final Shavasana. This is our corpse pose, our resting pose. I'm going to set a little timer so I know how much time we've had. To be here for about 3 minutes or so. If we had the luxury of time, we would just take this 5, 10, 20 minutes. That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? But here we're just going to do a little mini Shavasana. And here we want to be comfortable. You know, you might be sitting in your chair, and this might be a nice opportunity to kind of scoot your chair away from the desk and close your eyes and just be for a few minutes. If you're following along and you're on the mat, just making yourself comfortable, taking a few extra moments. So if your back's feeling a little tighter, elevating your knees. Maybe you want to bring feet flat, wider than your knees, and let your knees come in. I did that last week because my low back was feeling extra tight. But today I'm just going to lay flat. This feels restful for me. I'm going to start my timer here. We really just settle into this stillness. See if you can notice when the body kind of drops down into the next layer of letting go. You may feel just like your body or your limbs become several pounds heavier. And see if you can go deeper and deeper down that hole of relaxation. We can even let those deep conscious breaths go and allow the body to breathe as it needs to, on its own. And your mind may wander through this time. And if you notice it going off and we're off on a tangent or a train of thought, we can just gently bring it back to feeling what's happening in our body right now. Maybe you notice little twitches through the arms or through the legs as our body drops into a deeper state of relaxation. Maybe you just sit back and observe how our body breathes on its own. And just appreciate that for a moment. Imagine if we had to think about every single inhale and exhale. It would be exhausting. We start to deepen our breath. Feel the belly rising up towards the sky. We're going to move the fingers and toes. Moving into the ankles and the wrists. Let's take the arms and stretch them overhead. Take a big breath in as you stretch the body along and knock over your water bottle. Open the mouth, let out a sigh. One more time, just like that. Inhale, big stretch. If you bend the knees, bring them into the chest. And allow your body to roll to one side so that we can come up to a comfortable seated position. Alrighty. Let's go get our Shruti box so we can do our final ohms. Mom Furious loves this part. I do too. I do too. I tried to play the sound and it said you don't have them enabled. Just one. Oh, okay. I'll get on that. I want to have those be more of a thing. Short man, you're just in time for our final ohms. Welcome home. All right, let's get this open. John KC, thank you. By the way, I watched some of your VOD. We'll talk about it in just a moment when we finish these ohms. Alrighty. We're going to do 3 rounds of ohm. You can join in with me if you'd like. The sound of the universe, some might say. But sometimes it's just a nice way to feel the vibrations in our... Oh, Solaris! Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. We're just finishing up the yoga class, but don't you worry. I'll be sticking around for another 45 minutes to an hour or so, hanging out with chat. So I will owe you a yoga pose if you would like one. So for our 3 rounds of Om, you can join in if you want. For me, I'm working on kind of speaking up, right? Advocating for myself. Some might say I have kind of a block in my throat chakra. And for some of you, that might sound a little woo-woo. And that's okay. That's totally fine. But through the practice of vocalization, whether it's just like Om, making the Om sound, or singing, playing guitar, it's really actually done wonders to feel like uncorked. So it really has this kind of deeper meaning for me, and it may for you. For some, it might just be just making a sound and doing it together. It might feel really nice. So however you want to think about this, I invite you to join me or just enjoy the sound. Hands are on the thighs or in prayer. We're going to take a deep breath in. A complete breath out. Big inhale for our first Om. Thank you all so much for being here, for hanging out. Whether you were taking class, whether you were talking in chat, maybe you were just lurking, I appreciate it all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to stick around, so don't you worry. But I want to say thank you and namaste.